Hi, I'm Evander, and once again, I'm back in the place I don't want to be, but I'm here because I gotta get a paycheck, because they pay me. But also, just in case, 5 minutes not over if y'all saw where I work. Don't care, but I don't need y'all knowing where I work. But today I came to talk to y'all about what was I looking up? I was looking up natural hair videos once again, because I'm technically supposed to be a natural hair YouTuber, but I don't do that type stuff. But also, there's other people in the break room today, so don't mind it. I'm not gonna try to like put nothing in the background so y'all don't hear them. Y'all hear what y'all hear. But I was watching from two different I was watching natural hair videos with people who don't really have naturally curly hair. First video I was watching was from Brightside. I know y'all know that channel on YouTube. If y'all haven't, they got a lot of like videos telling you like the bright side of things or being informative about different type of subject matters. So here's the thing. Brightside was kind of right in some of the things they was talking about when it came to hair types and the hair typing chart, but the pictures they chose, the representation they chose to have for the different hair types were wrong, all wrong. And then you had people in the comments, mostly non-people of, well, I can't even say people of non-people of color because there was people of color up in there, and they're like, that was a real. I guess the argument was between other people of color with and white people with curly hair versus black people with curly hair, and there were some arguments because they didn't have the right representation for any of the hair types once we get out of the twos. Like none of the threes were correctly represented. None of the fours at all. Like they had switched. They had started talking about the four, and you still saw people with type 3 hair. Right, bright side. I guess what the example is, bright side is the example of what not to do and how not to talk and how not to write a check your butt can cash. Because they was talking cash money and couldn't back none of that up because they didn't they didn't really have. You can tell like they did their research, and for the most part their research was good. It had nice points. It had facts, but it wasn't. It, again, if your visual representation should match your words. If they don't, then you made a whole video that's null and void. Versus Brad Mondo's video, because I watched his video right after because he was talking about hair types too, and Brad Mondo went into greater detail and had better representation because rather than go look for like actual like Brad, this is kind of a cop out, but Brad Mondo did the smart thing. Rather than try to go find people with that hair type, he just did pictures, like drawings of what that hair type should look like and how that head of hair should look. And I like that more because it did. It had all. It had basically the same frame or the same facial frame for the woman, and then it just plopped on different types of hair textures. Now, true enough, it was always drawings, but it still gives you a good visual of what to look for, and that's the best thing. Sometimes you just need visuals, like a visual representation of what you should be looking for and how it could possibly act. And Brad Mondo's went more into detail because it didn't. His just didn't stop at hair type. His also went into whether you have high density hair, whether your hair is thin or thick, um, what your scalp health, what type of scalp you get, whether you have a normal scalp, a dry scalp, or oily scalp. And then he went through Now, Brad Mondo actually has products, so Brad Mondo also went through what his products do and which hair types they will work best for and how they will work for each hair type and what will be the like what certain products of his do and like a lot of his products is actually made for like curly to coily hair. It's just you wouldn't think it because he's a white man. It's just that. He, you would think he wouldn't take the time out to learn about stuff like that, but he's one of the few who's been showing you he's taking the time out to learn about black hair and people of color's hair and learn about curly hair and coily hair and how to deal with those things. Like he's taking the initiative to really learn and come up with products and come up with inclusive products. Now, that's not to say that all his products are made for every hair type. No, some of them he said like he has this sea salt spray. He said it's for curly hair, but if your hair is like dry, like naturally on the drier side, he said it's not for you. It's for all hair. He wait. I was gonna say he said it was for all the hair types, but he did not. He said it's for to type 2 to type 4. But he said if you're up in those and you have dry hair, meaning your porosity is probably kind of you have like low porosity hair, so it tends to not absorb water that well and other stuff, so it's drier than it'll be drier than other types of hair. So you wouldn't want to use it on natural dry hair. You would want to use it on hair that's has whose moisture balance is pretty good, like someone from medium to low porosity. No, not medium to high, cause I think I like have medium to high porosity hair, cause this stuff get my hair get wet, just just from it being damp up in the air. So I have to think of it. But he had stuff like that. Then went through heat protect. He also went through like is your hair damaged or not, and some of the signs of damage. Like I didn't know one of the signs of damage is if your hair never like this is where he kind of like the one little mistake he did make is like he said, "Oh, if your hair doesn't dry in a regular amount of time, then it might be damaged." Then I was like, "Ooh, some natural hair isn't damaged. It just takes forever to dry." I know mine's kind of does. It don't be damaged. It just be it just don't. Again, I put too much product on my hair for it to dry in a regular amount of time, and two, when I don't have that much, when I don't pile on the product up in my hair actually dries in a regular amount of time, rather than the 2 to 3 to 4 hours it would take. Okay, it has actually taken me an hour to dry my hair with a blow dryer, and it still not be dry. It still be like damp, like, and I be blow drying like someone said, oh, you can blow dry your hair on cool, and it should take nowhere from 10 to 15 minutes. That was like the lies you tell at night to keep yourself asleep. Don't help me. Don't help me stay asleep because I've never blow dried my hair in 15 minutes or less. Maybe 30 minutes, but 15 minutes, no. Nah. And if I did, it wasn't on that 30 minutes. It was on high, like blasting high heat. So I don't know, but both their videos, eh. Both of them, like, just goes to show you, like, this natural hair thing. A lot of people want to be involved in natural hair, want to have a piece of that natural hair pie. But a lot of them aren't going about it the right way, and a lot of them aren't using right representations. And like, then you have people who are going about it the right way. I gave you two examples: Brightside, who went about it the wrong way, and Brad Mondo, who went about it the right way. So, but Brightside just had too many inconsistencies, and it only gave you like base level information about about different hair types, and it didn't even go into detail about each hair type. Well, did it go into detail? It went in. It kind of went into detail, but once it was out of the hair type, it didn't touch on porosity and didn't touch on density or thickness of the hair or the scalp health. It just pretty much said, here's the curl patterns. This is what each curl pattern needs to like how to like moisturize your hair. That's about it. It had to moisturize your hair and probably wash your hair. Not even how to wash your hair, but what like when you should wash your hair. It wasn't a very detailed video. A lot of people are. It told you a lot of like a lot of people who've been natural. It told us a lot of base level stuff that it wasn't nothing new. Well, while it's Brad Mondo's, it also taught you a lot of base level stuff, but it expanded on certain subjects to like give you a better understanding because Brad Mondo is the first person, one of the first people outside of the natural hair community I've heard talk about scalp health, like talking about having a healthy scalp and what to do to have a healthy scalp because healthy hair starts at a healthy scalp. But yeah, that's all I've been up to today. Watching videos, natural hair videos on the clock. And in case y'all wonder, I do my job. I do my job. I just do other stuff besides my job because I be bored. Because I be bored just waiting around, just sitting around here doing nothing up in the closet or watching YouTube videos. But peace, love, positivity, and love to everybody. Y'all have a blessed day.